auxiliary affairs. And let's start with Laron. Laron, the first question is, what do you foresee as the most important issues, or what do you foresee as the most important issues facing Georgia Southern students, and how do you plan on addressing these issues? For instance, parking.
Okay, that was a great one, thank you. I am LaRon Davis. The issue that I think is most important right now is parking and transportation, as you mentioned. The reason I feel this way is because students currently get tickets on a regular basis for rules and regulations that they don't understand. To implement the changes that I'd like to see, there's a variety of ways we can change it. Through forums, educating the student body on everything, the parking and transportation rules, also promoting on Georgia View as well as Georgia Ann, because that's one of the main communication devices that we have. Secondly, pamphlets and on the tickets that you receive. From personal experience, when I get a ticket, you look at the ticket and you look at the price. If the rules and regulations, what you did wrong, were actually printed on the back of that ticket so that the next time you did it, you could avoid getting these changes. I think that would be an important issue that we need to address.
Thanks, Laron. Allison, let me repeat the question for you. What do you foresee as being the most important issues facing Georgia Southern students, and how do you plan on addressing these issues, parking as an example?
Well, I feel that one of the biggest issues currently facing Georgia Southern students is, of course, concerns with the budget. Concerning auxiliary affairs, many of the issues dealing with auxiliary affairs, such as food services, parking and transportation, health services, ultimately boil down to the budget. For instance, with the parking, I've heard concerns from students through various SGA meetings concerning getting parking tickets, permits in areas that are closer to their classes, bus stops having covered stops, the buses running in more directions. And I'm here to tell you that with my past experience on Auxiliary Affairs Committee, that the head of Parking and Transportation, Director Bob Chambers, he has heard these concerns, and as badly as the students want it, he wants it too. The only issue is that, of course, there aren't enough funds to put all of these suggestions into fruition. Basically, what I want to do is that, again, with going along with the transparency that the Fagan ticket is running with, is that for students to have more input in making these decisions, so that when these actions are made or when senators go to the Auxiliary Affairs Committee, we can make decisions as the student body, not as the Student Government Association. I would like to have more forums for students and with those direct administrators such as Mr. Chambers, so that he can hear directly from the students their ideas rather than senators coming in and expressing their ideas. Of course, moving online would make these things a whole lot easier. As Laron mentioned, putting parking tickets online. And I think one of the biggest issues is that students don't understand or are unclear of parking and transportation issues. So just reiterating that online and making sure that students feel comfortable with these issues. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Allison, we'll go back again with you for the second question. And the second